Kawasaki Desert Howl 2025, a retro beast reborn for the sands. In the world of motorcycles, few names evoke the spirit of freedom like Kawasaki. Known for innovation, speed, and rugged reliability, Kawasaki has always been at the forefront of performance engineering. But in 2025, something a little different roared to life, something that didn't just tear across pavement but howled through the desert. Meet the Desert Howl, a stunning custom-built motorcycle based on the legendary Kawasaki W650, brought back to life in a way that merges vintage soul with modern grit. This isn't a factory release or a mass-market model. The Desert Howl is a bold custom project, a unique scrambler-style bike that tips its helmet to the golden age of off-road racing. Let's dive into what makes this machine so iconic, how it came to life, and why it's got the motorcycle community buzzing. The W650, a vintage icon. To appreciate the Desert Howl, we need to rewind to the bike it's built on, the Kawasaki W650. Introduced in 1999, the W650 was Kawasaki's homage to the British bikes of the 1960s, specifically the BSA and Triumph twins. With its 676cc air-cooled parallel twin, chrome tank, and distinctive bevel drive camshaft, the W650 was the kind of motorcycle that looked like it belonged in a black and white photo next to Steve McQueen. Production stopped in 2007, but the W650 never faded away. Instead, it became a favorite among builders and collectors. Its solid engineering and vintage lines made it the perfect blank canvas for customization. The builder, Dirty Dick's Motos. Behind the Desert Howl is Rick Hanna, the founder of Dirty Dick's Motos in Walton-on-Thames, UK. Rick picked up not one but two W650s in rough condition and envisioned something far more exciting than just a basic restoration. His goal? Build a desert sled that looked straight out of the Baja 1000 but rode like a modern trailblazer. The project was a labor of love. Rick blended influences from old Triumph scramblers, vintage Dakar racers, and a little bit of Mad Max. The result? A machine that doesn't just ride the desert, it owns it. The custom build, function meets style. Let's break down what went into turning the W650 into the Desert Howl. 1. Suspension overhaul. The original W650 wasn't designed for harsh terrain, so the suspension had to go. Rick installed long travel front forks from a modern enduro bike and matched them with a high-clearance rear mono-shock setup. The increased travel and ground clearance mean the Desert Howl can take on rocks, dunes, and anything else in its path. 2. Wheels and tires. The wheels were replaced with spoked rims wrapped in aggressive, knobby off-road tires. These aren't just for looks, they provide serious grip in loose sand and rocky trails. The slightly larger wheel diameter also helps with stability at speed on uneven terrain. 3. The exhaust note that howls. Perhaps the most distinctive feature of the Desert Howl is its custom exhaust system. Crafted in-house, the twin pipes run high along the side of the frame in true scrambler fashion. But it's the sound that gave the bike its name, a low, aggressive growl that turns into a high-pitched howl when the revs climb. It's raw, unapologetic, and unforgettable. 4. Visual desig. Finished in a mad military green with blacked-out trim, the Desert Howl looks like it belongs in a post-apocalyptic race. The bodywork is minimal, just a solo seat, a small rear fender, and a number plate-style headlight cover. No chrome, no polish, just rugged, stripped-back styling with a clear purpose. 5. Performance enhancements. Rick also rejetted the carbs, added a high-flow air intake, and tuned the bike for torque. The result is a quick, responsive machine that excels at low-end grunt, perfect for trail riding and climbing dunes. Riding the Desert Howl, the experience. On the road, or more accurately, off it, the Desert Howl is a blast. Riders describe it as raw but refined, with a throttle response that's immediate and power delivery that's both linear and aggressive. The riding position is upright and ready for action, and despite its rugged looks, the suspension soaks up bumps with surprising grace. This isn't a cruiser. This is a motorcycle for those who live for the ride, who seek out sand trails and forgotten roads. The Desert Howl isn't just transportation, it's an adventure machine. What makes it special? What sets the Desert Howl apart from other custom builds is its purpose-driven design. It's not just about looking cool, though it certainly does that, it's about creating a machine that can be ridden hard, maintained easily, and turn heads while kicking up dust. It walks the line between art and utility, much like the desert sleds of old. Desert Howl on YouTube. If you're eager to see this beast in motion, several motorcycle YouTube channels have featured it in build breakdowns, test rides, and behind-the-scenes footage. The top video, titled, Kawasaki W's 650 feet Desert Howl, the last sled build, captures everything from the first weld to the final test ride. In the video, you'll hear that exhaust scream through open desert, see the suspension soak up jumps, and feel the passion that went into every inch of the build. It's a must-watch for any motorcycle FA. Final thoughts. A howl for the future. While Kawasaki hasn't officially released a model named Desert Howl, the custom W650 by Dirty Dick's Motos shows the limitless potential of classic bikes when reimagined for the modern world. It's a salute to the past, a thrill in the present, and maybe, just maybe, a sign of what future scramblers could be. So if you hear a growl rising into a howl on the desert wind, look twice. It just might be this green monster ripping across the sands. Let me know if you'd like this turned into a narrated script, article layout, or YouTube video description version.